Most people think changing their life requires a massive decision, a radical risk, or a sudden burning burst of motivation at 3 a.m. We are addicted to the idea of the big break. But in Japan, real transformation is quieter than that. It is almost invisible. It's built on tiny daily habits, so small you might dismiss them entirely. Yet, over time, they reshape your biology, your mind, and even your happiness. Think of it like a river carving a canyon. The water doesn't try to be strong, it just flows, consistently, and eventually the rock gives way. Today, we aren't just listing words, we're exploring 8 ancient Japanese concepts that work like a new operating system for your life. If you are feeling stuck, burned out, or lost, you don't need a new life. You just need a new approach. Here are 8 tiny habits that will slowly but powerfully transform you. 1. Ikigai, the reason for being. The first habit begins the moment you open your eyes. Ask yourself, why did I wake up today? If the answer is to pay bills or because my alarm went off, you are surviving, not living. In Japan, there's a word for the antidote, Ikigai. It literally translates to a reason for being. But the Okinawans, who live longer than almost anyone on Earth, translate it differently. They call it the happiness of always being busy. Most people think Ikigai is a career goal, a Venn diagram of making money and doing what you love. But that is a Western misunderstanding. Ikigai is quieter. It's the pleasure of the sun on your face. It's the perfect cup of coffee. It's the smile of your grandchild. Neuroscience shows that having a purpose, no matter how small, reduces inflammation in the body and actually protects your brain from aging. It gives you directional energy. When you know your Ikigai, you don't need willpower. You are pulled forward by meaning. Practical tip: don't try to find your life's purpose today. That is too much pressure. Instead, ask yourself every morning, what is one small thing I'm looking forward to today? Focus on that. That small spark is the beginning of your Ikigai. 2. Kaizen, continuous improvement. The second habit is Kaizen. This is the philosophy that rebuilt Japan after the war. It means change for the better, or continuous incremental improvement. This is where most of us fail. We try to lose 20 pounds in a month. We try to write a book in a week. We rely on intensity, but Kaizen relies on consistency. It focuses on the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day, mathematically, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. 37 times. But if you try to do too much, you burn out. You hit 0. Kaizen bypasses the fear center in your brain. Is writing a book scary? Yes. Is writing one sentence scary? No. By making the steps so small you cannot fail, you build momentum. Practical tip: choose one area of your life you want to change. Now, make the action smaller, smaller, until it takes less than 2 minutes. Read 1 page, do 1 push-up, meditate for 60 seconds. Do not break the chain. Patient consistency beats bursts of motivation every time. 3. Shoshin, the beginner's mind. The third habit is Shoshin, the beginner's mind. There's a famous Zen story. A scholar visited a master to learn about Zen, but the scholar kept talking, interrupting, and showing off his knowledge. The master began pouring tea into the scholar's cup. He poured and poured until it overflowed onto the table. "Stop!" the scholar cried. "The cup is full." "Exactly," the master smiled. "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" As adults, we think we know everything. We run on autopilot. We stop seeing the beauty in our partner, our job, our walk to work. Shoshin asks you to let go of your expertise, to approach life with the curiosity of a child. Practical tip: the next time you are in an argument or doing a boring routine task, stop. Ask yourself, if I were seeing this for the first time, what would I notice? When you replace judgment with curiosity, boredom disappears and relationships heal. 4. Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% rule. Next is a habit for your body. Hara Hachi Bu. It means eat until your stomach is 80% full. We live in a world of excess. We binge watch, we binge scroll, and we binge eat. We eat until we are 100% full, or 110%. But biologically, there's a delay. It takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain, I'm full. So if you eat until you feel 100% full, you've already overeaten. This creates fatigue. It creates food comas. It accelerates cellular aging. Hara Hachi Bu is about leaving space. Space for digestion. Space for energy. And this applies to life, too. Don't fill your schedule to 100%. Don't spend 100% of your energy. Leave a reserve tank. Practical tip: eat your next meal at half speed. Put your fork down between bites. When you no longer feel hungry, stop. You don't need to feel stuffed to be satisfied. The 5th habit is Ganbaru. This is hard to translate. It means to slog on tenaciously through difficult times. In the West, if something is hard, we are told to quit. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. But the Japanese understand that meaning comes from endurance. Ganbaru isn't about suffering silently. It isn't about toxic positivity. It is about dignity. It is saying, this is difficult, but I have a duty to finish it, and I will do so to the best of my ability. When you practice Ganbaru, you stop playing the victim. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you simply focus on the step in front of you. This builds a deep, quiet confidence because you know you can rely on yourself. Practical tip: the next time a task feels tedious, the next time you want to complain, catch yourself. Take a breath. Commit to finishing it with excellence, just for the sake of doing it well. Habit 6 is Shinrin Yoku, forest bathing. We spend 90% of our lives indoors. We're disconnected from our natural habitat. This causes anxiety, high blood pressure, and burnout. Shinrin Yoku is not hiking. It is not exercise. It is simply being in nature. Japanese science has proven that trees release oils called phytocides. When we breathe them in, our cortisol levels drop, our blood pressure lowers, and our immune system spikes in activity. Just 15 minutes a week can reset your nervous system. Practical tip: leave your phone behind. Find a park, a garden, or a tree-lined street. Engage your senses. Notice 5 colors. Listen for 3 sounds. Feel the air on your skin. Let the forest wash over you. Finally, habits 7 and 8 change how you see the world. Number 7 is MOTTTAINAI. This is a deep regret concerning waste. It is the practice of respecting the objects in your life. It's not just about recycling, it's about gratitude. When you respect your clothes, your food, and your home, you feel a sense of abundance. You stop craving more because you value what you have. But what happens when things break? That leads us to number 8, Kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. Instead of hiding the cracks, the Japanese artisan highlights them. They believe the bowl is more beautiful for having been broken. It has a history now. The lesson is profound. Your failures, your scars, your heartbreaks, they are not things to hide. They are proof of your resilience. They are the gold that holds you together. You don't need to move to Japan to change your life. You just need to shift your perspective. Find your purpose with Ikigai. Start small with Kaizen. Stay curious with Shoshin. Create space with Hara. Endure with Ganbaru. Restore yourself with Shinrin Yoku. Respect what you have with MOTTTAINAI, and embrace your cracks with Kintsugi. Real transformation doesn't shout, it whispers. Pick one habit, start today, and watch how the quiet changes begin to compound.